Hi there, it's Julie Davison. Today I'm going to show you how to make this slider card using the Sprinkles of Life stamp set. This was one of the projects for my Make and Take kit in August. If you ordered $40 or more from my online store, you received a Make and Take kit which included all the pre-cut materials to make this card. I used the word window punch to pre-punch this piece of Very Vanilla cardstock. The Very Vanilla piece is 3.5 inches by 5.25 inches, and the Blushing Bride piece is 3.75 inches by 11 inches, and then I scored it at 5.5. So it's just a little bit more narrow than a regular size card, and I wanted to do it that way so that it would still fit in the envelope even with the little pull sticking out from the card. So those are the measurements for the card. The stamp set we're using is the Sprinkles of Life stamp set. This is the Ronald McDonald House stamp set. When you purchase this one, Stampin' Up! Donates $3 to the Ronald McDonald House charity. So if you don't have this stamp set, you can easily substitute other greetings, and you can use the ice cream shapes just as they are and cut your own ice cream cone. But I used the stamps, and I'm only using one color of ink. This is the soft suede ink pad, and I'm using it for all of the stamps. So I'm going to start with the little sprinkles border at the bottom, and I'm going to stamp the ice cream cone on crumb cake cardstock, and then the little ice cream scoop, which could also be frosting for a cupcake. It's a little bit harder to do it when it's pre-punched, but it will still fit on there. Since it's a photopolymer stamp set, you can see right through it to line it up. I think this one was actually backwards. There we go, that's better. And the vanilla scoop. And one last stamp. I'm going to stamp the greeting on this circle. So this is a 1 3/8 inch circle punch to layer onto the 1 3/4 inch scallop circle punch, which is also soft suede. I already stamped ahead of time the happy birthday. This is just a scrap piece of Very Vanilla cardstock. So let's start putting this card together a little bit. I'm going to put aside all of those pieces. I'm going to use the window piece to line up the greeting. So you want to make sure the happy birthday goes all the way over here to the edge so that when it slides over you'll be able to see the entire thing. And right now I'm just holding this here. I'm not actually gluing these pieces together, but I'm using the card front as a way to position where to put the happy birthday. So I'm centering the card front and putting it in the window, and then when I move that, this is where the adhesive is, and I'm gluing it to the card front. So this was just sort of my guide. Now that I've got that piece down, I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of the card front, and I'm going to be using the very edges of the Stampin' Dimensional piece. I like this because it has a nice straight edge. So we're going to take the slider, and we're going to figure out where we want that to go, which is basically right past where it covers the word window. And I'm just centering that over the word window, and then I'm going to take the dimensionals and I'm going to put them down to make a track. So on either side of the slider piece and all the way across the card. Okay, so that I'm also going to put a few more dimensionals down here to support the same dimension of the card front, and then I can take all those off. And I'm going to center it over my card. It should line up right perfectly over that greeting. And if I've done it right, the slider will slide right into the track that I've created with the dimensionals. Okay, so right now the slider is just loose. There's nothing that's holding it in place. And the thing that's going to hold it in place is the greeting on the circle. So we're going to take a Stampin' Dimensional and we're going to put it inside the word window track, and then peel it off and put the circle over it. So as you pull the circle, it reveals the greeting. And if you want it to stop a little sooner, you could add a second dimensional in there instead of just one. So let me show you what that would look like. You can just mess around with the, you know, how far over you put it. Right there, perfect. Happy birthday. So then the last thing is just to add the ice cream cone to the card. So I'm just using snail adhesive. I cut out the cone, and I'm just going to use some snail on the back of the ice cream scoops. And I'm going to put them down in the corner of the card. So I've got the ice cream cone and then chocolate. I'm just sort of going to tilt them a little bit to make them look like they're all stacked up. Guess I need to make them a little shorter of a stack. There. There's the finished card. I hope you like this Sprinkles of Life slider card and then give it a try at home. Thanks for watching. Happy stamping!